Yep, Coco strong, but Coco need to be right. Peace.
And I wanted to come here live from the General Assembly. I want to first off say, listen, it's going to be an honor to serve you for another 2 years. Lady Governor are so excited about being able to come back and continue to do some great things in Florida Cocoa. And I wanted to remind Florida Cocoa tonight is the last service of the General Assembly.
Amen, amen. I'm glad you're joining me here tonight. It's Friday night. It's the close of the General Assembly. We've got some breaking news. We want to break in here to let you know. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. Share it to others. Send it to them right now. Got some breaking news about what's going on. First of all, it was reported to me, and by the post on that you just saw on Facebook, about the bishop coming back as the state administrative bishop. Well, that has not been confirmed yet, even though it was announced on Facebook, because the appointments have not been officially announced. So although we do offer congratulations, we will hold back now because things could change between now and Saturday morning. So I want to clarify that. Now, also, while you subscribe, like, and share, I need you to go. There's a link down there for the GoFundMe page. Go Church of God Spiritual Revolution. Go to GoFundMe.com, Church of God Spiritual Revolution. They need your help there. The church there at West Palm Beach is getting crazy, y'all. GoFundMe.com, Church of God Spiritual Revolution. I get nothing from that. That's to help them because they need legal fees for what is about to take place. There is a court hearing on this Tuesday. Let me make sure I get the date right. I think that's the 7th. And that will be at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in West Palm Beach, the Palm Beach County Courthouse, 10 a.m. this Tuesday, August 7th. Please pray, but go to that website, GoFundMe.com, Church of God Spiritual Revolution. There in West Palm Beach, you'll see it on there. Now, let's get some breaking news. We received several calls today from some members of the Sebring Church of God, also known as Battle for Blessings Church of God in Sebring, Florida. So buckle your seatbelts. Now, as you all may or may not know, they lost their pastor, Bishop Dale Murray, about 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly. And so while they're in transition with getting another pastor, there was an appointment made, I believe, after state convention. The youth director was appointed there, but he's not there anymore. And I've also been told that there was a meeting this past Wednesday night during the General Assembly that one of the state councilmen was sent down there by his bishop to take a vote on 2 members, 2 preachers, 2 pastors, potential pastors. That didn't go too well. The 2 names are right there on the screen. You see that? And so that's interesting. Why he didn't go down there himself, and it was done during General Assembly. Now, there's also a dispute, and this is what I'm getting to with Fifth Street Church of God. We have the issue with the deed and who owns the property and all this stuff. That was not an issue prior to Bishop Howard Rowe coming there to the church and he and Bishop Pelt going on this quest. Now here in Sebring, the new church was built several years ago under the direction of Bishop Timothy McGahee, but the old church is there on 829, I believe, Martin Luther King, there in Sebring. And that church was being rented out. There was some damage done during the hurricane last year. Well, they required that the church, it was reported to me, they required that church that was rented the property to take out $1 million insurance coverage, obviously, if something happens. Well, something happened. Well, it's been reported to me that the check that came from the insurance company, nobody seems to know where that check is. The church needs it because they're under code deadlines and different things like that to start repairing the issues that need to be repaired on the old building, or it will be condemned. The check allegedly came to the Battle for Blessings Church of God location, which owns the old church there on Martin Luther King and Sebring. Somebody would have had to sign for it, but nobody seems to know. And by there not being a pastor there, I guess the state overseer, the state administrative bishop, he's in charge until he appoints a pastor there. So we're talking about $1 million insurance company. I don't know how much the claim was for, but clearly the church that's rented the property, the money belongs to them so they can fix it, and for some reason, nobody knows. Now, for those of you who don't know, or maybe you do know, it doesn't take long to track a check. Hello, somebody. So that's another issue now where They could lose that old property because the city and the county is going to condemn it if it's not fixed up. But then there was a claim filed, money sent, and nobody knows where the check is. So the members there, Battle for Blessings, they're in an uproar. They don't have a pastor. They don't know who's going to be the pastor. They don't know what's going on with the old building, the old property, which they don't want to sell. But it was reported to me that someone was trying to sell it. That paperwork has been changed. Go down there to the courthouse, the deed, property appraiser there in that county, and pull it up for yourself. It's for the record. There's some different things that have been changed. So that needs to be corrected or explained. Also, they've been locked out of the church at the direction of those who are in charge, which nobody really knows who's in charge. And so even when they're in church, the doors are locked. Nobody can get access unless one certain person lets them in. Now, understand why I'm saying this, because when there's an absence of a pastor, when there's no pastor there, the state overseer or his appointee will be the pro tem pastor. He's in charge until they they get another pastor. So, by that being the case, the state overseer needs to answer some questions, because we have now Fifth Street. We have now Sebring Church of God, a Battle for Blessings Church of God in Sebring, and they are ready. The sheiks are upset. They're getting ready, and they're ready to file lawsuits and everything and name everybody. That's what was reported to me. So, we got two currently. And the reason why it's so frustrating to the people, and now people are starting to see it, let me just break this for you, just in case you did not know. Let me pull this over here. In the court documents there in Broward County, it is a public record that Bishop Howard Rowe, when he passed to the Church of God there in Daniel, they took out a $150,000 mortgage on the church. And the work that they thought was done, or should have been done, is not finished, or whatever the case, but the money is gone. So you understand the members of Fifth Street Church of God, where he comes, there's the pastor. And 2 weeks, according to them, 2 weeks after he was there, he asked about the deeds. Now we're over in Sebring, and there's a dispute about deeds and money and property. And look at somebody and say, it ain't the only one. So if Bishop Pelt comes back as a state administrative bishop, state council, I'm calling on you. Members, I'm calling on you. I've never seen this amount of the confusion and tangling legally over property over church. It's not coincidence. All this happened in the last 4 years. There's more coming down the pipe, but this is the breaking news tonight. Sebring Church of God, Battle for Blessings Church of God in Sebring, they are ready to go to court to fight, because there's money missing. And the church that's renting the church from them, that's supposed to get the claim, the money, the check, they're ready to go. So we may have another legal technicality, a legal fight coming down the pipe for the state. State council, get on your job. 2 churches, I've never seen this amount of the confusion and tangling legally over property over church. It's not coincidence. All this happened in the last 4 years. There's more coming down the pipe, but this is the breaking news tonight. Sebring Church of God, Battle for Blessings Church of God in Sebring, they are ready to go to court to fight, because there's money missing. And the church that's renting the church from them, that's supposed to get the claim, the money, the check, they're ready to go. So we may have another legal technicality, a legal fight coming down the pipe for the state. State council, get on your job. 2 churches fighting in court. So anyway, saints, we got to pray. Like, share, subscribe, email me, call me, contact me. You got something to say? Say it. It'll stay confidential. If you want to post it here down below, we'll spread this video. Yep, Coco strong, but Coco need to be right.